Today I'm going to demonstrate how to install a Jenkins server on a remote machine via Ansible and also running a build by picking up a repository from Git and starting the build to compile it. We do all this through Ansible. As you see, my Ansible script here is jenkins.yml. I'll run this script and we'll follow the steps that come. This script is going to install some dependencies for the project, which are Nginx and also Java 8. We do the steps for accepting the license for these two. We now see that after installing Java 8, which is a dependency, we go ahead and download Jenkins from a remote repository. We execute a shell script for Jenkins, which requires to skip a login wizard for the same. We then go ahead and update the apt repository. Then we install Jenkins on the remote server itself and we start the Jenkins service. After this, when we restart Jenkins, we need to give a delay so that the box waits for Jenkins to come up and we can proceed with the further steps. We also have the UI open here. This is the IP address where my Jenkins server is going to be installed, which is the remote box. Jenkins runs on the port 8080. We see that the restart went successfully. We go ahead now and install a GIT plugin and a Maven plugin. We do this because we want to pick up our code from a GIT repository, and also this is a Maven project, so we need to have the Maven plugin installed for Jenkins. We restart Jenkins again in order for this to take effect, and we put a delay after this so that the services come up fully before we proceed with the further steps. After this, we do a git install on the remote node, and we go ahead and copy a config XML file to the node, which contains the configuration in order for the repository to start building the project. The next steps involve creating the jobs on Jenkins and also starting this corresponding job. Now all the configurations for creating and starting the job are contained in an XML file, which are also in this same location. This XML file will contain the link to the GIT repository from where my code is being picked up, and also the corresponding pom.xml for my Maven. Since this script has now been executed fully, we go ahead and see whether my project or my build was actually started. This is the Jenkins UI. The builds which have been built or created are listed on this page itself. The build name that I gave was test1. If I go into this build, I see that this build has been compiled successfully. We can see this in the console output window. I see that there has been a build success, which means that the compilation step, that is the mvn compile, has gone through successfully. Thus we demonstrate that we have installed Jenkins server on a remote machine, on a remote VM, and also compiled and built a project from the GIT repository via Ansible itself. I hope this demo was successful for you. Thank you.